It kind of feels like I never left, which is such a fun and cool thing to experience. I've never returned to a role or a character. I've never been on a TV show that's done that. And so at first I was a little intimidated to kind of jump back into the role of Tree and worrying, am I doing this right? Is this what Tree would do? But honestly, especially because so much of the crew and the cast has returned as well, it feels like we never left, and it's just summer camp all over again. It is really a mind trip to step back into the same day again. There are a couple really fun callback moments that Chris has woven into the script, and so there are certain shots that we reuse or mirror, or certain moments that we kind of try to pay homage to or be reminiscent of from the first film. So it's been really fun revisiting the same day, though by the end of it, Tree is very ready to say goodbye to Monday the 18th forever. It's very rare to find emotional stakes like that in a horror film. And Chris, again, I have to sing his praises, because not only has he written this script that's so funny and dark and twisted and amazing, but it also has truly, truly heartbreaking moments and moments of intense connection. Tree really is owning her own destiny by kind of pushing the reset button herself. She's done this enough times, she knows the rules of the game, and she gets to have a little fun while doing it. So I think in some senses it's also that, like, well, if I could do all these things without any consequence, what would I do? Originally, in the first film, we see Ryan as Carter's slightly obnoxious, slightly obscene roommate who pops in at inopportune moments, using not the best terminology for women. But when this movie starts, we actually follow Ryan through his day, and it becomes apparent very quickly that he's the one who's now stuck in the loop. In Happy Death Day to You, we definitely have some intense scares.
Carter's an easygoing guy. I'd say he's the moral backbone of the group. It just keeps everybody calm and collect, and say, yo, this is where we're at. This is where we need to be. You know, that's the kind of guy Carter is. Carter's roommate Ryan is a bit of a genius, and he's created this piece of technology that is altering the dimensions without us knowing it and without him knowing it. And so that's how we get sucked into the loop. The main players, they're still the main players, but there's sides of them that you don't get to see in the first one. And that brings up a lot of questioning of, you know, who they really are, questioning their character. So there's subtle differences, and then there's not so subtle differences. It's gonna be a laugh, it's gonna be a little bit of a scare. You've really got a whole multi-dimensional movie here.
The stakes are that much higher. So I think not only that, but you're bringing in so many new characters, so many other relationships, and it's so different from the first one that it's amazing, because you've already been introduced to this world, and so now this one, because it's just completely different, people are going along for the ride and they kind of know what to expect, but it's still just as surprising and as funny and scary because it is so different. I would say in the first one, she's blatantly mean, and I think it comes from a really good place. And in this one, it's blatantly passive aggressive. It's very superficial nice, and she's trying to be nicer, but in her heart of hearts, she is just very mean and conniving.
Ryan Fan is this mad scientist, accidentally mad scientist. He built this very complicated machine where it loops time, but he made that by mistake. It's even better because now we have a gang and let's go on an adventure together. That's what it feels like, and it feels amazing. Who doesn't want a team, right?
In the first film, there was a sort of like a dark, ominous tone to her, and you could see that there was something that was genuinely making her unhappy. And I think that in this film, there's a little bit more of a lightness to her, and maybe even like a little bit more mystery because you don't know where her character is going. They're all going through different chapters of their lives. They're all involved with each other in a different way, and there's something different about each one of them which changes their personalities. It's a story about somebody getting their life in order. It's a story about a girl who's not only trying to better herself, but better the life of those around her. And that's what really happens in the second film. She's looking out for the people around her. She's looking out for Carter and his relationship. She's looking out for Lori. So it's a film about a heroine.
A couple of college kids wake up living the same day over and over again, chased by a babyface killer with an anonymous identity, and try to figure out how to both get out of the babyface killer's hands and this time trap that they're stuck in. The second film is trying to answer the unanswered questions of the first film, and a really good question to start with is why. And a lot of this, at least from my standpoint, is asking, why are we living the same day again and again? So it's interesting, it's fun.
Hey guys, here's today's Daily Fact. Now, the snow that covers the hedge maze at the end of The Shining was actually a combination of styrofoam and salt. In fact, to effectively blanket the hedge maze, over 900 tonnes of the stuff had to be dumped on set. There you go. Now remember to click here below to subscribe, or over here for some more great content.